Who's singing tonight? I hear somebody warming up down there. Miss Corcoran? Excellent. Oh. Oh, okay. Who are they? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school football, 8-man style, as tonight the Greenwood Indians are being hosted by the Thorp Cardinals. Joe Anderson here along with Chris Anderson, my producer, to bring you tonight's matchup. It's homecoming here at Thorp. A lot of activities at halftime, but we'll be bringing you the Jerry Sin Show at halftime, so stay tuned for that. Let's look at both of these teams, both going in opposite directions. First for Greenwood. They have lost their last two games, and not in a great fashion. They lost last week to Gilman 65-0. Stats for the Indians. River Glen on the passer, quarterback that is, he's 11-28, thrown for 199 yards and 3 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Christian Thomas, the leading rusher, 61 carries for 365 yards and 4 TDs. River Glen, second on the team in rushing, 43 carries for 47 yards. Gage Ludovic, 9 carries for 43, and Marshall Schultz, 10 carries for 44. Leading receivers for the Indians, Christian Thomas with 3 catches for 81 yards and a touchdown. Gage Ludovic, 2 catches, 46 yards, a TD. Leading tacklers for the Indians, Christian Thomas with 16, River Glen with 10, and Gage Ludovic with 5. We look at the opposite end of the spectrum here, the home team, the Thorp Cardinals. And before we can do that, we need to honor America and listen to our PA announcer and our singers of the national anthem.
Thank you. And now the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, the starting offense for the Greenwood Indians. Number 2, Christopher Brzezinski. Number 7, River Glenn. Number 9, Christian Thomas. Number 10, Caden Ardeman. Number 67, Caden Wing. Number 77, Levi Whitner. Number 86, Ethan Shaw. And number 88, Logan Travis. Greenwood is coached by Chris Schmidt and Damon Severson. And now, the starting offense for your Thorp Cardinals. Number 3, Ashton Crawford. Number 5, Aiden Rosemeyer. Number 9, Denzel Sutton. Number 12, Logan Rosemeyer. Number 21, Logan Hansen. Number 50, Connor Anderson. Number 52, Caden Lane. And number 60, Brian Rices. Head coach is Katie Stokes, assistant coaches Jimmy Lane.
Heard the starting lineups. Nice job on the national anthem between the band and Amy Presley and Charity. Jennifer Corcoran, the choir director here at Thorp. Finishing up what I was talking about before, we went over the Greenwood statistics. Let's look at Thorp's. They are undefeated in the conference. Gilman and Owen and Thorp are all at 1-0. Greenwood 0-1, Almost Center Lincoln 0-1, and Athens 0-1. Big game tonight in Owen Withee as Gilman takes on the Blackhawks. Leading passer for Thorp is Aiden Rosemeyer. He's got 7 touchdowns on the season. Logan Hansen is their rushing leader with 674 yards and 10 TDs. Leading receivers, Ashton Cropland, 3 TDs on the season and 8 catches. And leading tackler is Logan Hansen. We're going to get started here as the Indians are going to take the opening kickoff. They will be on your left in the white jerseys, Thorp in the red, and we're underway here from Thorp. Christian Thomas takes the opening kickoff and runs it up to near the 40-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. Their own 40. 11:54 in the first quarter. River Glenn at quarterback. And they've got Christopher Brzezinski out wide right, the freshman. And we got a flag. He may have left early. That's a false start. So right away, an offensive flag to start things off for the Indians. They've been outscored by a lot. They lost at Prairie Farm 74-0 2 weeks ago, and at Gilman last week 65-0. Looking to crack into the end zone. Had a big win against New Auburn and lost 62-8 in the opening game against McDonald. Handoff, and it's going to be a keeper this time by River Glenn, and he'll be ridden out of bounds by Logan Hansen. And not much of a gain there. Maybe a couple. It's going to be second down and long. The announcer gives him 2. Chris Brzezinski in the starting spot tonight at receiver. Thomas alone in the backfield with Glenn, and Thomas will get the handoff off right tackle. Thomas breaks 2 and gets close to a first down. It'll be 3rd down and a yard. Good rush for Christian Thomas. Greenwood started out, they had some very good offensive series to begin last week's game. They just couldn't put the ball in the end zone. And they would have a long drive and it would filter out about the 15. Glenn in shotgun takes the snap, and he's knocked down by Thomas, his own player. I think they had a little mix-up on who was going to go where. So now you've got a 4th down and about let's call it 4. 4th and 4 for the Indians. Do you punt or you go? They're at their own 45. And Thomas is going to punt. Thomas gets the punt. It's high but short. And calling for the fair catch was Aiden Rosemeyer. Thorp will take over. 1st and 10. And they'll mark him at the Cardinal 37. 10:05 left in the first quarter, and we're scoreless. Joe Anderson here along with Chris Anderson, my producer tonight. Roughly the same offensive set as Greenwood. Handoff by Rosemeyer, and it was fumbled, and Rosemeyer falls on top of it. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Both teams' first offensive series not starting out very well. Greenwood's with an opening penalty, and Thorp with a fumble. Denzel Sutton wide left. Rosemeyer, the quarterback, will hand off, and he gives it to Hansen. And Hansen, a big run. He's got a 1st down and more. Finally, Rogan Travis brings him down. So a big run for Logan Hansen. 1st down at the 45 of Greenwood. Rosemeyer will hand it off up the middle again to Hansen. And Hansen, a good run, picks up about 8. Coming in for Greenwood is Caden Wynn, a little bit more bulk in the front of the line. And Thorpe working quickly. Rosemeyer is going to roll to his left. He's going to see what he can get, and he's going to go out of bounds. He'll have the 1st down. That leading rusher for the Cardinals, and Logan Hansen, he's had 2 good runs here so far in this first offensive series for the Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the at the Greenwood 28. Thorpe working quickly. Not taking too much time in the offense to set up. Rosemeyer in shotgun. Fake. Hands it off. They read that one very quickly, and that time Hansen gets nothing. He loses a couple. So good read. Lintner with a good tackle for the Indians. Read that well. And they're going to give him a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 14. Ball now marked at the Greenwood 31. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hansen in the deep I formation, shotgun. And they'll do a little swing pass out to Hansen on the right side, and it's going to come back because there's a holding penalty. And there's another one. And they've got 67 and 52. They've got Caden Lane and Caden Wynn in each other's face masks. So I think we're going to have offsetting penalties, so this will all be for naught. Officials are talking it over. One official without his hat on did a smart thing. He got in the middle of that scrum and separated those kids. So they got holding, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, and unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. Everything offsets, and they'll just repeat the down. Are they going to mark off the holding? And head coach K.D. Stokes wants an explanation. They will mark off the holding because the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties were after the whistle. So they're going to apply the holding penalty and offset the unsportsmanlikes. The officials will write down those two numbers. If those two young men get into another scrum, they will both be sitting on the bench for the remainder of the game. And the clock will wind. Ball back at the 41 of Greenwood. Same offensive set. This time Hansen closer to Rosemeyer. Rosemeyer looks to his right, long pass, and caught! Big catch for Ashton Cropland. And he gets it down to the 2-yard line of Greenwood. What a pass from Rosemeyer to Cropland. Holy cow. Cardinals huddle up. Rosemeyer stays in shotgun with Hansen deep behind him. 2 wide receivers to the right. Snap, handoff to Hansen, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown. Logan Hansen. Try for extra point now. They're going to go for 2. No, they're going to kick. Pardon me. Cropland, who just had the big catch, is going to try the kick. Placement, kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout here after the touchdown. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli, bacon, cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
You should try to get the kicking team too. Welcome back to Thorp. It's 7-0 Cardinals, and Cropland will do the squib kick. And will he get his own kick? Yes, he does. Yes. And an onside kick by Ashton Cropland, and Thorp is back in business. Caught the Indians sleeping. And they start out at the Greenwood 40-yard line. And 1 second went off the clock. Rosemeyer, good pass, complete to Corbin Rosemeyer. There's 2 of them, my bad. And Rosemeyer will pick up a first down. Rosemeyer to Rosemeyer. He's out of bounds. Another first down for the Cardinals. They are a machine. We look at the CWC East, which is loaded. Wausau Newman is ranked number 1 in the state in 8-man. Gilman number 3, Thorp number 4, and Owen number 6. Handoff to Hansen off the left side. Good run for Hansen. He's still on his feet until he's run out of bounds. He picks up another first down for the Cardinals. Back-to-back first downs for Thorp. This time they mark the ball to be first and goal at the 9-yard line. They break the huddle to the Cardinals. Aiden Rosemeyer in shotgun. Corbin Rosemeyer wide in the slot to the right. Aiden almost grabbed for a tackle and loss. He rolls to his right. He throws. And a touchdown to Logan Hansen. Extra point kick coming up for Ashton Cropland. The kick is up. Good. And just like that, it is 14-0. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Back here at Thorp, friends, Fleet Farm asks, need fall cleanup supplies? You can get it all at Fleet Farm. Check out their deals on mowers, carts, power equipment, grass seed, and more. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. Thorp leading 14-0. See if they try another onside kick. Cropland. That one's a line drive squibber. It'll be fielded by River Glenn at the 25, and he'll take it out past the 30, about to the 33, where it'll be 1st and 10 Greenwood. So 1st and 10 Greenwood, 6:39 left here in the first quarter, and they're already trailing by 14. Glenn Thomas in the backfield. And a handoff to Thomas off the left side. Thomas, good run. Close to a first down. Leading the tacklers for Thorp was Dylan Matson, number 2. And he does pick up a first down. So Thomas gets the first down for Greenwood in this matchup tonight. First and 10 Greenwood at their own 42. And Glenn again ran into Thomas. A little mix-up on what's going on offensively. That's the second time Thomas has ran into Glenn. And no gain. Wyatt Thomas will come in and replace Caden Wynn. And Glenn will come over and talk to his offensive coordinator. Did we have a penalty? We must have. I didn't see the flag. We did. I did not see. Oh, my gosh. A 15-yard penalty. That's usually a personal foul. Holy cow. That's not good. A 15-yard penalty. And that pushes Greenwood inside up at their own 26. They've got to get to the 43 for a first down. Pitch to Thomas off the left side. And Thomas actually may have lost a yard, if anything. And that was a loss of down, too. That last play. That last penalty. So now it's third down. And we got a timeout here. We'll take a timeout here as well. We're coming to you from Thorp, where the Cardinals lead the Indians 14-0. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Back here at Thorp, friends, Stone Innovations of Plover is here to serve you. Stone Innovations specializes in the fabrication, design, and installation of stone countertops. Stone Innovations Incorporated operates with the most advanced fabrication equipment in the industry. Visit stoneinnovations.net to begin your order. Back to action here, third and very long for Greenwood. Coming out of the Indian timeout, they hand up the middle. Thomas sees if he can pick up a few yards. Runs into a mass of tacklers. I think they may give him about 2. It'll be fourth and long. And they will be punting. Again, a nice drive. Started out with some possibilities after a good run by Christian Thomas. Picked up 10 yards. And now we got another flag. And that's going to be against Greenwood for false start. They'll try to punt again. And the Indians going in the wrong direction. Christian Thomas back to punt. Now the ball's back in close to the 20 there at the Greenwood 21. Snap. And the punt is away from Thomas. Good punt. Midfield, there's Hansen. And Hansen dips and dodges, goes to his right. That's going to come back because they're going to have, I saw a flag, and that's usually right around the area of holding or clipping, so that'll come back. And Coach Stokes finally looks over to see what's going on, and he's like, oh, phooey. They're going to have holding. So that all went for naught. Good run back for Hansen. Did well, but as soon as that flag came out, you knew that it was going to be coming back. Be first down Thorp, but they're going to mark it off from the spot of the foul, which was the 46. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it'll be at the 34 or 35 of Thorp. And this drive is going to start at the 4:37 mark of the first quarter. Not quite how Greenwood envisioned it. So 1st and 10 for Thorp. Corbin Rosemeyer, well, we got flags. Offsides on Greenwood. Now they just made it 1st down and 5 for Thorp and moved the ball up to their own 40. 14-point lead for the Cardinals. Hand off to Hans. Oh, fake. Denzel Sutton. And the Indians read that well. It got nowhere. They faked to Hansen and tried to get the end around to Sutton, and Greenwood sniffed that out real fast. So the advance that they made on the flag, they just lost, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Big game down the road here on 29 between Gilman and Owen Withey. Winner of that game will be 2-0. And the loser will be 1-1. Hand off to Hansen off the left side. Pass one tackler, pass two. He's going to break free. There he goes. No one's going to catch him. There goes Hansen all the way for the touchdown. That is a 65-yard touchdown. So a 65-yard touchdown run by Logan Hansen makes it 20-0. Extra point kick coming up for Ashton Croplin. Snap, hold, placement, kick, up. Good. And the kick is good. It's now 21-0. Advantage to the Thorp Cardinals. We'll take a timeout here. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
There's definitely family pride in this. I mean, just thinking back that this business has been built since the late 1800s. My great-great-grandfather, my great-grandfather, my grandfather, and my father all working toward the same goal. There's definitely a lot of pride in that, and you want to make sure that you make the family proud.
Welcome back to Thorp, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Anderson here bringing you play-by-play. Leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. I'll give you a shout-out on the air. Whether you're a Thorp fan or a Greenwood fan, we're all fans of football. Croplin to kick off for Thorp. And a big booming punt pushes Thomas back to his 15 with a return. He takes it up past the 30 where he's finally brought down on the play by Trent Denman. So 1st and 10 for Greenwood. And they spot the ball at the Indian 32. .336 left in the first quarter. So 1st and 10 for the Indians. Let's see if they can make anything happen here on this offensive series. They've struggled tonight. Had a couple of good plays, but that goes for maybe no gain at all. So Thomas, Christian had a tough week last week in Gilman. Glenn kind of got shook up a couple times too against the Pirates up there. And no gain on this play, so it's 2nd down and 10. Glenn gets the instructions from Coach Schmitz, goes to the huddle. Greenwood comes up to the line. There's a snap, roll out, pass is complete to Rogan Travis. He's ran out of bounds. And Travis with the catch, and he'll take it up, make it 3rd down and 7. The clock is running. Homecoming here in Thorp tonight. 3rd and 7 for Greenwood. And penalty marker on the play. And a false start on Greenwood. Looking at the Indians, that is their 1, 2, 3rd false start of the night. And we're not through the first quarter. Eight-man football played. You can play it on as little as an 80-yard field, but most of them are 100. But it's about roughly 10 yards narrower than a 11-man field. 3rd and 12 now for the Indians. Can they get a first down? Glenn back to pass. He looks right, looks left, throws left, nearly intercepted. He's just trying to get it out of there. He was gunning for Caden Ardeman. And it's going to be another 3 and out for Greenwood as they will punt again, because the incomplete pass stops the clock, and we got another timeout. We'll keep it here. Dahlman Insurance Agency, LLC, is family-owned and operated, covering homes, businesses, and farms in Midwest Wisconsin since 1978. Excuse me. Dahlman Insurance is an independent agency, so they can find the best rate for the coverage for your unique situation. Dahlman Insurance has offices in Greenwood and in Thorp, and they service customers throughout Midwest Wisconsin. Find them at DahlmanInsurance.com. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service. And, of course, our friends from Heartland Farms. Heartland Farms is a fifth-generation potato and vegetable farm, producing many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. They are currently the cream of the crop in the potato farming business. Learn more at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm. If you ever eaten a Lay's potato chip, you are eating a potato raised by Heartland Farms here in Wisconsin. Timeout over. Thomas back to punt. 4th and 12. And the snap. Thomas is going to have to run. Oh, goodness. It was a low punt. He lost the grip on the ball, and he was going to try to punt it, and he had a rusher coming right at him. Then he tried to run, and the rusher got him. And just like that, Thorp in business again. They will start 1st and 10 at the Greenwood 24. And we're still in the first quarter with 1:51 remaining. And out come the Cardinals, led by quarterback Aiden Rosemeyer, a senior. Where's number 5? And right behind him, he's got junior Logan Hansen, his running back. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. He rolls to his left. He just throws. He's throwing a high pass. It's going to the end zone. And they want a flag. Oh, boy. Yep. There's flags. Pass interference. And that'll be an automatic first down. When you see 3 officials throw a flag, you know it's it's a penalty. Because Aiden Rosemeyer was just throwing it up, hoping that his wide receiver could get open, and 3 Greenwood Indians tackled him before the ball got within 5 yards of him. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the chains aren't right. Wait a minute. Hand off to Hansen and nothing doing. Well, that's odd. I thought they would have spotted the ball at the 11. They spotted it at the 20. Well, oh boy. All right, we're going to move on. This is odd. And I'm an official. So it's 2nd down. Must only be a 5-yard penalty. Back to pass is Rosemeyer. He guns it. And in for the touchdown. No, he's not. Because Aiden Rosemeyer hit Corbin Rosemeyer, and he tried to stick that ball over the pylon, but just shy of the goal line. And it's going to be 1st and goal at the 1. All I can say is I think what it was that it's different in high school with the penalty for pass interference. It might have, I think it was 5-yard penalty. So it was 1st and 5, but they had the ball so far up. It was unique. 1st and goal for the Cardinals. And Aiden Rosemeyer will take it himself for a 1-yard run. So Aiden Rosemeyer with a 1-yard run. Now 27-0. We're not done with the first quarter yet. And Cropland, his leg's going to be getting tired. He's had several kicks tonight, and this one is no bueno. So that kick fails. And it's 27-0 in favor of the Cardinals. With 25 seconds left in quarter one, we'll take a timeout here. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no, one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Back here at Thorp, where it's been all Cardinals here. 25 seconds remaining in quarter one. 27-0 lead. And Ashton Cropland with another kickoff here for the Cardinals. Back deep, River Glen. And that is not Christian Thomas. No, Christian Thomas and not sure who that other young man is. It's hard to read those numbers. Thomas will field it. And Thomas with a good return. He takes it out to the Greenwood 34. "20 seconds left in quarter one. See if Greenwood can have some success here going into the second quarter. So they trail by 27. Hand off to Thomas off the right side, and he's just swallowed up by a swarming Thorp defense. And that will end the first quarter. As the Thorp Cardinals lead 27-0 after 12 minutes of play. We'll take a timeout here. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school football. Tonight we have the Greenwood Indians at the Thorp Cardinals. Joe Anderson here bringing you play-by-play for tonight's game. It's all Thorp, 27-0 here heading into quarter number 2. Second down and 12 for the Indians. Under center is Glenn. Good snap pass over the middle, trying to get it to Rogan Travis, and it's incomplete. Be 3rd and 12. Friends, if you're looking for hunting or recreational property, just call Brian Roosh with Whitetail Properties at 715-213-4468. That's Brian Roosh with Whitetail Properties. Reach him at 715-213-4468. 3rd and 12. Back to pass and shotgun is Glenn. He looks to his left. He throws, and it's completed to Arneman. Marshall Schultz. And a great catch by Marshall Schultz for the first down for Greenwood. That is only their second first down of the game. And he takes it out to the 45-yard line of the Indians. 1st and 10 for Greenwood. Great catch by Marshall Schultz. Another one of those young men. It's a very young team, Greenwood, this year. A lot of freshmen. Under center now is River Glenn. He takes the snap, hands it off. Another one to Schultz, and Schultz, a good run. So Marshall Schultz. Two good offensive plays. They've been putting River Glenn under center now. Don't forget at halftime, another episode of the Jerry Sin Show for your enjoyment. So stay tuned for that. 2nd down and 4 for Greenwood at the Thorp 49. Handoff up the middle. There goes Christian Thomas, and he bowls his way to another first down. So another first down for the Indians. Back-to-back first downs. Good drive going. See if they can sustain it and get it into the end zone. They've not scored since the second game of the season, and this is game 5. Handoff, Schultz right side. He picks up maybe a yard. They might give him 2. See where they mark him. They're not going to give him anything. So no gain on that. I thought he may have picked up a yard, but the head of linesman has him marked for no gain. Indians break the huddle. They're in a tight formation. 2 in the backfield, Schultz and Thomas. Glenn takes the snap. Schultz, Marshall Schultz, the sergeant. Good run for that young man. For those of you who don't remember who Sergeant Schultz was. Hogan's Heroes, I see nothing. Marshall Schultz, good run. He's made it now 3rd down and 3rd and 4. They've got to get to the 30 of Thorp. They've got a nice drive going here. Glenn, under center. Handoff, this time again to Schultz. And Schultz, Mr. Schultz is having a good offensive series here for Greenwood. It's going to bring up a 4th down, though. He picked up only 1. He needed 4. It's going to be 4th and 3. Ball is at the 33 of Thorp. Can Greenwood pick up this crucial first down? We'll see. Indians have already used 2 timeouts here in the first half. And they're going to take their 3rd. We'll take a timeout here. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Stone Innovations, home of Wisconsin's largest granite and quartz selection, is now featuring the best stone shopping experience in the state. Our brand new indoor facility allows for a home-like, comfortable atmosphere. Choose from hand-picked stone from around the world and select the perfect look for your dream kitchen in the best lighting possible. Then sit down with our free design services to customize the look of your kitchen. Our projects come with a lifetime warranty. Stone Innovations, Wisconsin's granite and quartz leader. Appleton, Rhinelander, Clover, Madison.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
Back to action, fourth down play. There goes River Glen. And Glen, I think, is going to be marked short or very close to a first down. Are they going to move him? Yes, they are. And a big first down pickup for the Indians. River Glen with a tough tackle, but fought through it. Got a first down. Got 40 people watching on YouTube tonight. Thank you for tuning into the game. If you want to get your name shouted out on the air, just leave a positive comment on the YouTube page, and I'll do so. So 1st and 10 for Greenwood at the 29 of Thorp. They've had much more success in that tight formation. And something got a little goofed up, and River Glen is sacked. I think they were trying to run a counter. I know Caden Wynn had pulled, and they were going to try to run something to the right. Needless to say, it's now 2nd down and 14. Greenwood's that's sort of been the story of their season this year, friends. They do several things good, and then they do 2 things not so good. It's sort of like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Glenn will take it himself off the right side, and a flag comes in late. And I don't know what this will be. Holding. And it is holding on Greenwood. Nine plays on this drive. It started at Greenwood's own 34. They got down to the 29, and now they've gone backwards. Now it's 2nd and long. Got to get to the 19, and they are at the 41, so 2nd and 21. They've had much more success going with this tight formation and 2 running backs, no wideouts. Handoff up the middle. Thomas breaks 2 tackles, and good gain for Christian Thomas. Picks up a pretty good chunk of that penalty yardage. And we'll make it 3rd down and about 14. See if Greenwood can pick it up here. Looking for their first touchdown since week 2. Glenn under center. Schultz, Thomas in the backfield. And Thomas gets nowhere. Big 4th down coming up and no timeouts left for Greenwood. Kind of picked up a habit. If Marshall Schultz puts his hands down on the ground, comes into the set, that means he's usually getting the ball. When he puts his hands on his knees like he did on that last play, he's the lead blocker. And Thorp has figured that out. They get the play. Glenn is trying to deliver to his players. They've got to hurry up. Time is starting to tick away here. 4th down and 14. Can they do it? Glenn dips and dodges. Breaks 2 tackles. Is he going to get it? That's going to be very close. Very close. And see what they do. Yes! Wow! What a first down pickup run by River Glen. Excellent job by the senior. Holy moly. Takes it down to the 27. The 17 of Thorp, where it'll be 1st and 10. Greenwood knocking at the door. Can they go through. Let's see what happens. First down for the Indians. They've had much more success with this close formation. And Thorp with the blitz. Before River Glen even hardly had the ball in his hands, he had two defenders right in his face mask. Good defense by the Cardinals. It's second down and 11, loss of 1. The one advantage, though, for Greenwood is this series is taking up an awful lot of time out of the quarter, and they're trailing by 27. Thorp with a quick shot offense. Back to shotgun, 2 in the backfield. Glenn takes a snap, goes back to pass, and he throws it. He's looking for Rogan Travis. And there we got a flag. And Denzel Sutton pleading his case. That was a late flag. And pass interference on Thorp. Let's see what the mark-off will be. Okay. Oh, not a pass interference. First and goal for Greenwood from the 9. They're knocking at the door. Here come the Indians. Handoff to Thomas. Up the middle. Good pickup. He loses the ball, but able to recover it. It's going to be second and goal at the 5. Clock continues to run. Long sustained drive for the Indians. And they read again. Hansen has got a hold of River Glen before he even has a chance to step back. Gets the snap, and he's got Logan Hansen right next to him. So it's going to be third and goal. The ball's back at the 8. Or pardon me, at the 7. So it'll be third down. They've neglected to change the down marker on the box over there. It should be third down, I think. No, it shouldn't. It is second and goal. Back to a shotgun formation again. Handoff, Thomas. And he loses a yard. It's third and 9. Third and goal from the 9. Well, I tell you, the theme song for the Indians in this drive has to be Living on the Edge. I didn't win the chance. Talk about that in a minute. Third and goal. Glenn rolls to his right, pass intended for Rogan Travis, incomplete. They're going to have the Forward Bank halftime passing challenge where you can win some money. I checked the ticket I received when I went over by the concession stand. Nowhere near the number that they drew. $3,183 and mine was $3,097. Coming in for the Indians is James Durstein, number 25. And we had an injured player down on the field, Rogan Travis. back up, and he's walking off. Will Gaddy is watching tonight, so shout out to Will. Friends, Spectrum Benefit Solutions has offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. 4th and goal for Greenwood at the Thorp 9. Can they punch it in? Shotgun formation. River Glen with Thomas behind him. Back to pass is Glenn. He's flushed out. He's going to run. He's going to throw. Thomas. No, he was out. He couldn't hold on. And they'll take over on downs, Will Thorp. That was a long, long drive. It started with 20 seconds left in the first quarter, and we're down to 1:37 here in quarter number 2. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Thorp at their own 9 with 1:41 left here in the half. And these lads can score quickly. With Hanson and Sutton. Back to pass is Rosemeyer. He's looking for Croplin. And Rosemeyer throws. And intended for Corbin Rosemeyer, and that was incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Thorp 9. Thorp, a very quick team. I'll tell you, the CWC East is stacked as far as the teams, as far as their talent. Wausau Newman, number 1 ranked team in the state in the East. Gilman, the number 3 team. Thorp, as you're watching here, the number 4 team in state. And Owen Withy, number 6. All in the CWC East 8-man poll. Rosemeyer, long pass. He's got him open. That's Sutton. And Sutton's gone. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Wow. Wow. So what? Oh, wipe it out. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. That would have been a 91-yard touchdown wiped out because of holding. Oh, my goodness. If anything, it shows you how quick Thorp is. My goodness. So half the distance to the goal. We'll take him back to around the 5. So a holding call wipes out a 91-yard pass completion. Oh, chop block. Yep. A chop block, if you're not versed on that, is where a defender is engaged with an offensive line, 2 offensive linemen. One is blocking him high, and the other offensive lineman comes low and chops their legs out. You can't do that. Swing pass out. There goes Croplin. Croplin's still on his feet breaking tackles. And he's got a first down before he's finally brought down by Rogan Travis. Thorp in the hurry-up offense. They've got 3 timeouts. And they're set. And the referee winds the clock. Rosemeyer back and shotgun the pass. He looks to his left. He's rolling to his left. He's being chased. He throws in the middle of the field. It's going to be intercepted. Interception for Zachary Pruzinski. So Zach Pruzinski with the interception. So Greenwood will take over 1st and 10 at their own 47. With 55 seconds left here in half number 1. And they're going to get Caden Wynn. He left a whole beat before the ball was snapped. It takes the ball back to the 42. They want 54 seconds left on the clock. Back to shotgun is River Glen. Handoff to Thomas and nothing doing. Trent Denman said you'll get nothing and like it, and they're going to take a timeout to Thorp. 2nd and long for the Indians. Got a moment to talk to you about K&S Logistics, friends. K&S Logistics is a family-owned and operated logistics company located in Greenwood. K&S provides domestic and less-than-truckload shipping solutions to destinations nationwide. From simple to complex, if you need to move it, K&S can find a flexible solution. K&S is currently looking for awesome people to join their driving team. Full-time, part-time, local, and long-haul positions are available. Visit KSLogs, KSLOGS, KSLogs.com. 2nd and a mile for the Indians. Again, a reminder at halftime show, another episode of the Jerry Sin Show, hosted by Jason Zaleski, so stay tuned for that at the break. The head official is talking to Coach K.D. Stokes of Thorp about the chop block he called on that long pass that wiped out that touchdown. And Stokes is pleading his case to say what's going on. And he's still not a happy camper over that because he wiped out a 91-yard touchdown reception. So 2nd down for Greenwood. 2 timeouts left for Thorp. They want to get the ball back before the end of the half. Handoff. Thomas, and they're trying to strip the ball of him, and Thorp will call another timeout. We'll take a break here. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
Back here at Thorp after the second timeout by the Cardinals. 3rd and 14 for the Indians. Greenwood out of timeouts here. 1 left for the Cardinals. Shotgun formation right alongside both running backs. They're going to blitz. They fake it and they drop back. River Glen will dodge and dart and pick up no yards. And then the Thorp will call their last timeout. So 4th down and 14 for Greenwood. Check to see who is tuned in to watch our broadcast here. Just Will Gaddy. And Will is watching from Florida. Says, Coach Keldrick Stokes is my oldest son. I'm in Florida watching this exciting game. Thanks for tuning in, Will. 4th and long. Back to punt. River Glen, end over end punt, not real long. Picked up at the 38. Oh, my goodness. There goes Aiden Rosemeyer. And Aiden Rosemeyer, are there any flags? There's a flag on that punt return. And it's going to come back. And Coach Stokes, oh, no. They're waving it off. They're waving it off. So it is a punt return for touchdown for Thorp. Aiden Rosemeyer. A 65-yard punt return. And the extra point kicked by Cropland is up, and it is no good. And it is 33-0 with 24 seconds left in the first half. Greenwood controlled the ball for the last 20 seconds of the first quarter and held it until the 1:41 mark of the second. So they had the ball in their possession for roughly 12 minutes and came up empty. And Thorp can score just that quickly. They had a 91-yard touchdown pass brought back due to penalty. And they just scored, did Thorp, on a 65-yard punt return by Aiden Rosemeyer. I think that Ashton Cropland, his right leg's got to be getting kind of sore. He's been kicking extra points and kickoffs. This is about his 5th one he's kicked off. Here he goes. And a big booming kick back to receive is Thomas. Christian Thomas will just lay down shy of the 30. And they're going to mark him at his own 29. And I think if you're the Indians, you're going to take a knee and go to halftime with 20 seconds left. But we'll see what they do. I think that's what they're going to do. Yep, they're in knee formation. So that'll do it here for the first half, where it's been all Thorp, as they have a commanding 33-0 lead going into halftime. Friends, stick around and watch the Jerry Sin Show hosted by Jason Zaleski coming up here on Zaleski Sports. We're at halftime, where it is Thorp 33 and Greenwood 0.
Time now for the Jerry Sin Show, recorded at Edgar Family Restaurant in Edgar. And sponsored by Security Health Plan. Security Health Plan, promises kept, plain and simple. Visit securityhealth.org today.
Stretch of the imagination. Now they hand it off, and they're going to bust it outside again, and they're going to score. Going all the way is going to be Colby Weisenberger.
Welcome to the Jerry Sin Show. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski. Jerry Sin Show, sponsored by Security Health Plan, promises kept, plain and simple. And we are here at the Edgar Family Restaurant on Edgar's lovely north side, as I now like to call it. But it's a lot of fun coming here, Coach. Coach Sin's here for the first time this year. This show, we're going to recap a loss. And I know you want to keep those to a minimum, but in sports, that kind of thing does happen. 32-6. Those were some of the scores we had seen from your side going the other way. Have you had any time to look at that game since Friday night?
Oh yeah, certainly we've looked it over. We actually got off to a great start. Kicked off to them, held them. They have a great punter. He punted into the end zone, so we got it under 20. Ran 2 plays and had a touchdown.
Yeah.
And 39 yards and 41 yards. And then we kicked off to him again, and we held him again and got the ball back. And then we had a play that very likely could have been another touchdown to hit a receiver right on the hands, and somehow the ball ended up getting thrown over his shoulder backwards right to their defensive back who was chasing them. And then the next play they got a touchdown and the game turned, the momentum switched, and it was just hard to get it back.
Yeah, matter of fact, you never got it back. That was the touchdown you mentioned, the 2 running plays. 2 plays are on the ground, and that touchdown, Weisenberger ran it in 41 yards. Never did get the momentum back after that. I know Tom talked to you after the game about the number of passes you had. That was unusual for your team, and you had said, yeah, well, when you're behind, we're going to pass like that. The interception you're talking about, that was on a 3rd and 5 on that second possession, right into the second quarter. But from there, you probably did have to pass a little bit, or at least you got to take that gamble sometimes when you fall behind.
Yeah, we had a couple guys open it. We overshot after that. We did complete a couple long ones, got down to the 13, 14-yard line. We probably should have gone, to a power formation and ran the ball in, but we didn't. So that was probably a mistake on our part. And then, of course, things just snowball, and it snapped the ball for the punter's head in the end zone, and, some of these things, and things can get away from you pretty quick if you're playing a really good team.
A lot of coaches have said over the years, and maybe before my years, probably before your years, that you learn more after a loss than you do after a win. Is that true after Friday's game?
Well, I certainly think so, because when you're winning, you just take for granted everything that's happening. And of course, when you lose one, then you examine everything that happened much more closely and reevaluate what we should have done or what we might have done. And once again, it's on everybody. It's every coach, every player, on every play. We'd run several plays where, as we examine the film, where 9 or 10 guys do a great job, but one guy misses his block, and that's the guy that makes the tackle, or whatever you see. That's just pretty much the way it always works. You usually always play better after a loss than you do after an easy big win. And of course, we had 2 easy big wins coming into the Colby game over Pacelli and Rajholt, and of course Colby is a very, very different team, especially physically, than those teams are.
We talked about this around this time last year. The WIAA went to a computer seeding process for the playoffs. This is actually, a lot of people don't know, this is actually the 3rd year. They did it in 2020, but there was no tournament that year. But they did it that year as well for kind of a test run. So back in the olden days, after the season was done, the reason I bring this up now, Coach, the wind is howling, the leaves are starting to fall, the weather is going to be cold, and after Friday night we'll be 2/3 the way through the season, and people kind of start thinking about playoffs. So what I'm looking for again this year is just your opinion on that seeding process, because in the olden days, after a loss like this, you would be able to go to your seed meeting. You would tell the other coaches in the room, well, Colby is this division, we're this division, and a lot of coaches would nod, and they would maybe not look at that as heavily. But the computer, it's a loss is a loss. So your opinion now in year 3 of the computer seeding process?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm never a big fan of the seating meetings, because it was just, time you had to take off on Saturday. If it was at your school, it was fine. But if it was somewhere 100 miles away or 150 miles away, well, now it's taking up the whole day practically, because it took you 2 hours to get there and took you 2 hours to get back.
Right.
But it was always okay to visit with the other coaches, and just talk and things like that. But I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference, to tell you the truth, who seeds or how they seed. if you got a team that's healthy and playing well, then you can play anywhere and you can continue to advance in the playoffs. And if you got some guys dinged up, or you're not playing as well, or you got guys suspended for grades or things like that, these things have much more bearing on how you do in the playoffs than how the computer seeds you.
Sometimes, Coach, you would drive 150 miles, and there could have been a coalition of coaches waiting that had already figured out the seeds before you got there. And that was one of the big driving forces to go to the computerized seeding, to eliminate those coalitions and alliances and that type of thing. Stratford in 2019 can tell you a story about how they were downgraded because of a coalition that they had run into that year. So those things will never happen again. After Friday, again, we'll be 2/3 the way through the regular season. You mentioned health. How do you grade your teams, or how do you categorize your team's health at this point in the season?
Well, I think we're pretty good. For some reason, we had guys in the middle of the first quarter last Friday appearing to be winded or not 100%. And I don't know if it was just a big game and the jitters and some of that, or if it really was the humidity and the temperature and some of that. But overall, we're relatively healthy. We have maybe a little ankle sprain here, a little knee bruise there, but it's not anything out of the ordinary, no.
We might talk about deer hunting later on in the show, and of course a lot of hunters talk about the rut, and that's when the bucks are chasing the does. They're trying to find their date for the fall. And homecoming week, maybe some of your bucks were chasing too many does during the week. We won't know that. But
that's a possibility. Homecoming week, a lot of times, is not your best game.
Let's see. Moving forward now, you got Abbotsford. So you go on the road, one of the few road games you have this year, and this one's not even that far away. We can almost see Abbotsford from the highway here. A surprising result for me, Marathon 56, Abbotsford 12. Maybe not so much surprising that one team beat another, but that's a big score from a team like Abbotsford, who had put up almost 40 points. They had put up 60 points already this year. And then 56-12. What do you know about the Abbotsford Falcons as we sit here today?
Yeah, the game shocked me. When I first saw it, I thought it was maybe flipped.
Yeah, somebody got the score wrong when they sent it in, yeah, right.
Because Abbey was 4-0. The week before that, they'd had a huge win, I think, over Iowa, and they'd been playing well. So I fully, hope that this week it'd be two 5-0 teams playing each other. Well, of course, we got bumped, and they did too. So now it's two 4-1 teams coming off a loss. Both, of course, probably a little upset and a little hungry, but yeah, they have some very quick, small, shifty, fast kids, and then they have some really big guys. And I don't think they probably have less depth than we do. We don't have a lot of depth, but I think they probably have less. And but they play hard and so on. So obviously, we're going over there fully expecting them to be a little ticked off, just like our guys probably are.
I would say, arguably, they've got the two fastest guys in the conference, Castillo and Fuentes, and it's a dangerous combo when you've got some beef on your offensive line and then some smaller, shiftier, fast guys that you may not get an eye on right away. So tackling is going to be at a premium on Friday night. How do you get your guys ready for more speed on Friday night?
Well, yesterday was our defensive day, and of course we thought we did not tackle well against Colby. Now, they ran hard, but there were numerous cases where guys just ran into people thinking they're going to knock them down. And no wrap, no nothing, and of course the guy would bounce off, and then another guy would probably run into him, and he'd bounce off him. So we tried to re-emphasize, the wrap, and, pulling people down and hanging on and so on. Obviously with these smaller guys, well, yeah, you just got to get a hold of them, period, because like you said, they can hide behind those 300-pound linemen because they're only 150, and then all of a sudden they're gone because they're fast. So yeah, we're going to have to play some solid defense.
Yeah, I mentioned Fuentes and Castillo already over 1,000 yards combined on the ground for those guys. Again, they put up big numbers. You mentioned Iola. That was the 60-point game that they had, and so they're capable of that. Coach Jake Knappmiller is always going to put together a quality team. What do you suppose Jake is looking at when he's looking at your team coming in for Friday night?
Well, I'm not sure. This is the third year in a row we've played them at Abbey, which is crazy because of the way the schedule things will work. We've always had kind of big offensive games with Abbey for some reason. Like our games with Stratford are usually low scoring. Obviously, our game with Colby was 6-6 right up until almost halftime. So, usually they're low scoring games, but for some reason when we play Abbey, I think last year it was 30-16 at halftime. So both teams are pretty much scoring at will. So I don't know what to expect this year, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to it. Of course, get down to the game. Abbotsford's just a few miles away. For those of you that can't make it, we'll have Tom King over there and Rachel to make sure people at home can see that game. But get down to the game. You can do one of these things. You're sitting in the bleachers, then you turn around and you wave your arms at the camera. That's always fun to do. So if you can get down there, because like Coach said, I mean, it could be a shootout. Something about Edgar and Abbotsford getting together. The winner of this game will still trail Colby in the conference standings, but a conference championship, I suppose, coming into Friday was here, and now it's out here a little bit. But football's a funny thing, and the ball bounces strange, and things can happen. Colby, still got to play Abbotsford. They've still got to play Auburndale, so there's that chance. But one of the two of you will have 2 losses when you shake hands on Friday night, probably out of the conference race at that point in time. The winner will likely turn, if it's you might even tell Jake, hey, can you please beat Colby on Friday night? But conference championship, I mean, we talked about now the computer seeding, and there's no conference championship math in that, but how important is chasing after now a conference championship?
Well, yeah, obviously Auburndale, of course, has been playing extremely well, and they're undefeated, and they have us week 8 and Colby week 9. Obviously, they got Abbotsford in there somewhere too. So as we talked about last week, there's a lot of big games involving, we got 2 5-0 teams now and 2 4-1 teams, and all of them are playing each other the last 2-3 weeks again. So there's a lot of things that can happen, and of course now after Marathon playing that well, of course Marathon's right in the middle of the mix too, kind of.
Yeah, they are. They're one loss right there with you. So Auburndale, just to mention it, because I think Auburndale is, the folks there probably won't say it's a surprise, and now I'll probably get a bunch of emails as I'm going to tell them it's a surprise to me a little bit. They've got Marathon at home this week, then they're at Abbotsford, then they've got you at home, and then at Colby. So their 4 toughest games are still ahead of them right now, especially after Marathon, surprising like that. So we've talked about this a little bit, but just tell me one more time and tell the folks at home just the competitiveness of your conference from top to bottom. It's a real tough conference this year.
Yeah, especially this year again. There's obviously 4 teams that, look 4 or 5 teams that look really solid, and you better be ready each week. It's like you said with the Marathon Abbey game last week, most people were thinking Abbey was going to win that game, and Marathon won it big, so anything can happen.
Yeah, Matt Annis with 5 touchdowns in that game. That's a big help when that happens, because Abbotsford had a special teams touchdown, and when teams score, that's usually a plus, right? If you think about those things, if special teams plays well, that's an advantage. If team scores, then that's an advantage right there, right?
Yeah, you usually win if you get a special team score. Yeah.
Old ball coach Bill Parcells once said, and this is going to be one of my final questions about previewing Abbotsford, but the 2 of you have racked up a lot of yards this year. I mentioned their 1,000 yards combined. You've got well over that on the ground as well. Bill Parcells, his math was every 100 yards should equal 7 points. Does that seem like sound math to you?
Well, yeah, you would think so, even though a few of these games early in the year we had less than 300 yards total offense in a game, and we'd score 48 points or 45 points. A lot of that was due to special teams. If you started adding up punt return yardage and kickoff return yardage, well, then all of a sudden, Friday night, against Abbey, we had 200 and something yards again, and they also had 200 and something yards till our final, 86-yard run. But yet the game had turned, and of course part of that was special teams again. With us doing some things that we don't normally do in special teams, but we did last week. So that's kind of a decent theory, but you can score a lot more points and less yards than that. I would say 50 yards maybe equals 7 points.
All right, yeah, especially some games,
right.
Especially the way some games work out. All right, we're 5 weeks in. It'll be this is week number 6. passing, running, a lot of teams continue to move more to the air, less on the ground. You have resisted that for the most part, but aired it out a little bit on Friday night. How do you view your offense right now? Is that a team? Can your guys throw? Is that a place you want to be?
We haven't been nearly as successful at doing it as we'd like to, and of course, once again, part of it is drop passes. Part of it is lack of location a little bit, overthrowing a guy, underthrowing a guy a little bit. So it's always a combination of things. Sometimes, of course, then you get a little bit heavy rush too. We have to improve on it, obviously, because once again, when you play really good teams, it's nice if you can go about 50-50 pass run. And we haven't done that yet this year. We're working for it.
There was, I don't remember who it was. There could have been a few guys that said it, but when you throw the ball, 3 things can happen and 2 are bad. So it may be a little less risk on the ground.
Correct. Yeah, we ended up with 3 interceptions last week. We had no fumbles. They fumbled the ball 4 times, but they got 3 of the 4 back. We only recovered 1 of them.
Yeah.
So they beat us in the turnover battle, which is always another really big issue in tight games.
Yeah. All right. So we're looking forward to that again. It's Edgar at Abbotsford, 7 p.m. kickoff. Get down to Abbotsford, watch the game. They got a nice set of big bleachers there, and you can stand around the outside. And I think it's a pretty nice place to watch a game, especially with the leaves falling. Over there, the leaves will fall onto the field, and you get that extra crunch on your cleats. And it's kind of a fun place for me, anyway, to watch a football game. So get down there and.
There we go. Now we got the mic on. And Greenwood will kick off here in the second half. Cropland will take it. Near side. Go to the far side. He's still on his feet. There goes Cropland. And he's going to break it. There he goes. Holy cow. That's going to be a 75-yard kickoff return. Kickoff return for a touchdown is 75 yards by Ashton Cropland. And now he's got to come back out and kick the extra point. Or are they going to go for 2? They are going to go for 2. And Aiden Rosemeyer in the shotgun. Hansen in the backfield with him. He rolls to his right. He throws. Hansen. Pass is good for 2. We'll take a timeout here, friends. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Welcome back to Thorp, where it is now 41-0 after that 75-yard kickoff return by Ashton Cropland. And now he gets the kickoff for the eighth time tonight. Big booming kick for Cropland's going to go out of bounds. Shy of the 20, the flag is out. They'll take the ball most likely 1st and 10 at their own 40. You can take the ball where it goes out of bounds, or you can give them a 5-yard penalty, or you can, it's out to the 35. It's 11:51, and we will have the running clock as we have a 35 or more point lead here in the second half. Thorp backing up. Christian Thomas, the ball carrier. Lost the yards, 2nd and 11. Another big game for the Cardinals here as they have dominated this gridiron matchup, leading 41-0 here, just underway in the second half. And that high snap nearly got away from River Glen. He snagged it and fell on it with another loss on the play. It brings up 3rd and long for the Indians. First game, Greenwood took on McDonell at home and lost 62-8. Second game, they hosted New Auburn and won pretty handily. But the last 3 matchups have been against pretty tough teams. Prairie Farm, Gilman last week, and now Thorp. Thomas will run off the left side. Breaks the tackle. He's breaking away on and run out of bounds by Hansen. So a first down for Christian Thomas. And he takes it into Thorp territory at the Cardinal 45. 1st and 10, Greenwood. See if the Indians can punch it in on this drive. Again, the running clock. First down. And River Glen in shotgun with Christian Thomas in the backfield with him. Thomas runs off the right-hand side. And he's going to be taken down for a loss. Maybe loss of 2, 2nd and 12. If anybody's got an update on the score from Owen Withey as they're taking on Gilman just down the road. Battle of the number 3 ranked team versus the number 6 ranked team in the state in 8-man football. Glenn takes the snap, rolls to his left. Flag comes in. Clock again will not stop. And they've got holding on Greenwood. That's got to be about the 5th or 6th penalty marker against Greenwood. Most of them have been false starts, but this, I believe, is the first holding call on the Indians tonight. Thorp has had about 3 flags on the evening. Ball back just on the Thorp side of the 50. Caden Ardeman out wide to the right. Thomas and Schultz in the backfield with River Glenn. And Thomas will take the handoff up the middle, and he's stacked up. And there's Trent Denman. And that young man has had a strong game for Thorp tonight on the defensive line. Good wrap-up of Thomas. Thomas just got to the line of scrimmage, and Denman grabbed at both of his ankles and pulled him down. Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. Glenn, and thrown for a loss. So Thorp will take over 1st and 10. And they'll spot the ball at the 40 of Greenwood. .620 left in quarter number 3. Aiden Rosemeyer at quarterback. He's had a great night for the Cardinals, along with Logan Hansen. Back to pass is Rosemeyer. He rolls to his right. He throws complete to Corbin Rosemeyer. And Corbin slow to get up. And favoring that right leg. Another first down for Thorp. Ball is at the 26 of Greenwood, and Corbin is really laboring to get off the field. That right leg. Coaching staff and the trainers over to look at him on the sideline. Play continues. All wide receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Back to passes Rosemeyer. He gets it complete to Croplin, and Croplin will not go down. Finally, Chris Brzezinski gets him down. And another first down for the Cardinals. 1st and goal at the 7. 1st and goal at the 7 for Thorp. Two wide right, 2 wide left. Nobody in the backfield, but shotgun formation for Rosemeyer. Rolls to his left. He's looking. He pitches. Touchdown. No. Yes. I thought he was going to say he was on. He was going to be out. And Denzel Sutton with the touchdown. Extra point coming up. And the pass, the handoff. Is good. We'll take a timeout here. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
I had an employee once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Back here at Thorp, we've got a scoring update on the Owen Withee-Gilman game. Angela Petke says Owen was leading 22-6 over Gilman. Kickoff, and it's just going to be covered up by Christian Thomas. Or it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 29. Two minutes left in quarter number 3. Under 2 now. Coming up on 1:45 right now. Glenn at quarterback, hands off to Thomas, right side. Christian with a good run. Got to give a shout out to Thorp for their hospitality and their AD, Kurt Reiner. Thank you, Kurt, for all of your help. We're up in the crow's nest. We got the bird's eye view of the field up here. We're above the coaches and the PA announcer and the clock operator. All by ourselves in this little spot called the crow's nest. It's pretty comfortable. Little compact, but it's still comfortable. Clock is ticking away. Handoff. And not much for Thomas. Christian Thomas has just tried to do everything he could here in the last couple games, and he's just getting a lot of punishment. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. Again, Angela Petke says that has informed us that Owen Withee was ahead of Gilman 22-6. Big game down the road. Now, if Angela could tell us what quarter it is, that would even be better. 3rd down. Glenn's going to keep it himself over the left side. Big hit laid on him. Lincoln Knopp and Landon Pink and Harley Zurakowski. And that'll take us to the 4th quarter, where it is Thorp with the commanding lead, 49-0 over Greenwood. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggleworms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Chris Przinski in at quarterback, and the Greenwood going for it on 4th down. He fumbled the snap. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Thorp, and they'll spot the ball at the Greenwood 34. just underway here in the fourth quarter, where it's been all Thorp tonight. Coming up on 11:25 left in the game. Hand off to Hansen, and he's going to break 2 tackles, and he's going to score. Down the left side, Hansen with the touchdown. So Logan Hansen with a 29-yard TD run. Here in the fourth quarter. Extra point coming up. And they're going to go for it. New in at quarterback is Lincoln Knopp. Knopp takes a snap, hands it to Landon Pink, and Pink gets the 2-point conversion. We'll take a timeout here, friends. You are watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Kickoff for after the touchdown for Thorp is Marshall Schultz muffs it and falls on it, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians at their own 26. .840 left in our contest. Shout out to a friend of ours, a friend of Zaleski Sports, Angela Petke. She's keeping an eye on the Gilman game for us. Gilman at Owen Withy. And she says they're in the third quarter with 3 minutes left in the game. Gilman down by 16. It's 30-14. Owen Withy leading Gilman 34-16 in the fourth quarter. Not much time left. Pruzinski runs for his life and gets swarmed under by Dylan Matson and company and Lincoln Knopp. I'll tell you, Thorp is living up to their state ranking. They are quick and fast. And it's 3rd and very long for Greenwood. This game decided in the first quarter as Thorp shot out to a 27-0 lead after the first 12 minutes. Pruzinski runs to the right, and he's brought down, and they're going to have a flag for a horse collar tackle. Horse collar tackle called. Personal foul. That's a 15-yard penalty. Will give them a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 39 of the Indians. Clock continues to run. Handoff. Not much. Marshall Schultz, the ball carrier. Very young Greenwood team this year. Very, very young. Lots of freshmen. Give them time. They're going to get better. I remember the team that won the state championship in 2011 or 12, whenever it was. When they were freshmen, Loyal pasted them in Greenwood 61-0. And 3 years later, that same crew that lost to Loyal 61-0 was hoisting the gold ball at Camp Randall. So you never know. Chris Buzinski now at quarterback. Marshall Schultz has been in the backfield with him. Under center. Brzezinski will keep it himself. Run off the right side. And stacked up. And I think Chris may have picked up a yard. 4th and 5. Dolan Catter-Henry is talking to Coach Schmitz. He'll bring in the play. Chris and his twin brother, Zach. 4th and 5. Chris Brzezinski under center. Takes a snap. Keeps it himself. Runs off left guard. And maybe a yard, and that's it. Thorp will take over on downs. They're going to spot the ball at the 45 of Greenwood. And I'm going to call the official time at 4:20 that they took possession. We've had running clock for most of the second half. It was 33-0 at halftime. Yeah, it looks like the Owen Withy Blackhawks are going to move to 2-0 in the conference. Gilman's going to fall to 1-1 as they're leading 30-14. Owen Withy just intercepted the pass. There goes Knopp off the right side, and a good run for Knopp. Even though he ran out of bounds, clock continues to run. So they're going to bring that back as there was holding. Knopp gets the snap. Handoff. Still on his feet is Harley Zerkowski, and Zerkowski, touchdown. 40-yard touchdown. By Harley Zerkowski. Extra point attempt coming up. They're going to go for two. Knopp in shotgun with Zerkowski behind him. And he keeps it himself, does Knopp, and Knopp is going to go to the corner and get it. It's now 65-0 in favor of Thorp. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching high school football on Zaleski Sports.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free. That's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
And Marshall Schultz returns to kickoff for Greenwood. They're going to spot the ball at the Greenwood 37-yard line. Shout out to the Owen Withee Blackhawks as they pick up the big win over Gilman tonight, 30-14 at Owen Withee. I don't think they even have to run a play. They're going to run one play, and that should do it as we're got about 10 seconds left. And Pruzinski will keep it himself, and that'll do it. Well, friends, it's time now for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. You can get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Well, welcome back, friends, to the Nasonville Dairy postgame show here on Zaleski Sports. You can get those where they make fresh cheese curds daily, to Nasonville Dairy. You can pick up those yummy cheese curds in Marshfield or in Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com. So our friend Will, who's watching down in Florida, I believe, log on to the NasonvilleDairy.com site, and they will ship you those yummy cheese curds. They packet them in dry ice. You'll get them in a couple of days. They are scrumptious. Well, it's been a long 3 games for the Greenwood Indians as they take it on the chin again tonight by the Thorp Cardinals by the score of 65-0. We look at the stats. Logan Hansen for Thorp, 4 touchdown runs on the evening. Aiden Rosemeyer with 2 touchdowns, 1 punt return for a touchdown, 1 run, and 1 TD pass. So he was responsible for 3 touchdowns. Ashton Croplin, 75-yard kickoff return for touchdown. Denzel Sutton had a catch for touchdown. And Harley Zurkowski with a touchdown run of 40 yards to close things out here in Thorp. It's homecoming for the Cardinals, and they celebrated in a big way with a 65-0 win over the Greenwood Indians. Next week, Greenwood will have their homecoming and host I believe they're going to be hosting Owen Withy next week. And Thorp next week will be on the road at Athens. We look at the standings in the CWC East. Thorp and Owen Withy tied for first at 2-0, and they are undefeated on the season. Owen Withy at 5-0 and Thorp at 4-0. Gilman at 1-1. Greenwood at 0-2. And I'm not sure about Athens or Alma Center Lincoln on those games. Other games tonight. Alma Center Lincoln was at Athens, and Gilman, as I said, was at Owen Withy. Another big night of football. And next week we will bring you the homecoming game for the Greenwood Indians as they host the Owen Withy Blackhawks from William A. Olson Field in beautiful downtown Greenwood. For my producer, Chris Anderson, this is Joe Anderson saying thank you for watching our broadcast tonight. Again, our final score, Thorp 65 and Greenwood 0. Have a great evening.